And you know what? I love all the advancement that women have made. I'm a woman, so I'm all for that. But on the same token, we have to understand how many times you talk to a woman and a woman will say, if you got a woman that runs her own business company and she's successful at it, if you sit down and have a face-to-face hard-talk conversation with her, she would tell you that I want a man to treat me like a woman. I want that man to open my door for me.
Then you can't be acting like a man.
Don't yell at me. I'm just saying what the woman does. I'm just saying, don't yell at me because that ain't me.
Now I'm gonna go here.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
And the women that say that are the very same women that when they get in a relationship with a man who wants to give them the world, they want to act like a man.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, daughter. I'm not gonna disagree with you.
And one ain't masculine. And one ain't masculine man like, I don't need no man to do this. I don't need no man to open the door. I know I'm getting a whole bunch of flack. I don't care. But I don't need a man to do this. I don't need a man to do that. Then when he in turn does nothing for you, then it comes out, why you don't do this for me? Cause you act like a man. Stop acting like you big and bad and let him do things for you, and you will see a change. That's the issue.
And I'll say it again. When you Dr. Fight, you use Beyonce. You reference Beyonce and her song. Beyonce is one of the least independent women that I've because her whole life is a lie. And it's funny because I was talking to another woman yesterday, and we had this conversation. Jay-Z runs and dictates to her. Jay-Z has cheated on her, has done everything to her, and she stays there. So the fact that she sings these women empowerment songs is a bunch of nonsense because she does not live what she sings about. She does not.
Now, I can encourage you on that.
Me and this woman, we had the best conversation. She said, I told her I agree with her. I said, because we all know Beyonce, Jay-Z cheated on her, and that whole incident in the elevator when the sister went after Beyonce, we all know what that was about. That was about you was around there with that other woman smiling up in her face. You all at a party. Jay-Z had slept with her, and he admitted that he did that. And you went around and your sister was jumping to your defense. But that was you all think. I'm just saying, she is the most. I don't have respect for her for a lot of reasons. That's just a couple of them, but I know. So all that independent stuff, she fake.
Assessment. That's an unfair assessment as well as an unfair characterization of her relationship and her marriage. First of all, this woman now has children with this man.
And her ass.
It's not as easy to walk away. You know what I mean? Look at some of your most notable people in cases that the woman it doesn't make the woman weak. It doesn't make the woman less independent. It just makes the woman a realist to the fact that the idea is that your spouses will stay committed in your relationship.
Okay.
But the reality is some folk make bad choices and decisions and end up doing stuff that they should not have done.
I got something for this.
Go ahead, because Dr. Fight about to make me throw up, but I'm going to let you go ahead on.
Has anybody seen Jay-Z?
We championed Hillary Clinton 4 years ago and said, let's vote. And Bill had women in the Oval Office. And then paraded his wife on national television on an interview, and everybody said, oh, poor Hillary.
Poor Hillary.
She runs for president, and women all over the world are like, yes.
Wait, let's go back to the Beyonce and Jay-Z thing. That she could leave at any given time. Has anybody seen Jay-Z recently? Ain't nothing fine about that and having to roll over and wake up and see that in the morning. If that was me, I could leave that as easy as I came into there. And she got more money. And let's be frank, she got more money than him anyway.
That's what I was saying.
He just became a billionaire because of the last 10 years you've been with her and you came up on the come up. Wasn't nobody thinking about you?
Speech system, go ahead on. I'm going to be quiet. Go ahead, girl.
You gorilla, 8-monkey man. Coon Uncle Tom. The NFL house boy.
The NFL's house, nigga. Let's get back.
And you want to talk about she couldn't leave that, please.
Right.
I would leave that as fast as I walked in there, take my kids and my money with me and my house.
Well, Dr. Fight, what you got to say?
What it is, they are a business together.
They are a business. They are a business arrangement. That's what this is.
Let me go ahead and say, Dr. Fight like to give facts. Her net worth by herself is about $300 million. That wasn't his net worth. He became brilliant and a billionaire because I bought a steak in Uber. And you ain't think about that on your own. Cause you ain't got education high enough to think
that's
that.
not necessarily wrong. Cause he got Rockefeller, he got Rock Nation, he got all those.
Again, you had people that
Right, and Jay-Z has never been loyal. Jay-Z has never been loyal to anybody.
To think for himself. Let's get it right. Talking about, I wrote a book. No, you paid some.
To somebody.
You
Jay-Z
paid
ain't
somebody
been
to write
loyal
a
to
book.
nobody that he was in business with. Go back to Dame. Let's go back to Dame Dash. Let's go back there. Jay-Z ain't been loyal to nobody ever. Never. Let's not even mention the fact that he orchestrated the whole killing of Tupac and Biggie. Let's not even go there.
What do I say all the time? Here's the thing for Jay-Z. That's the definition of a hoe that ain't loyal. I say that and I reiterate. That hoe ain't loyal to nobody. You can't be loyal to your wife.
Jay-Z has always been loyal to Jay-Z.
Oh, you got that right now. That part we're gonna agree on.
Everybody know that.
Yeah.
Everybody know that. When he sold drugs,
Yep.
he got out of the drug game because he got the deal and was writing for Biggie. And he ain't need drugs anymore. But then, once Biggie transitioned, he hit the scene and started being a rapper himself. Once rap game got him as far as it got him, then he left the rap game and ended up being an executive. So instead of being the artist, he now is signing artists and making money off of them. He then expands his brand and goes in with Dame Dash on the whole Rockaware, the Rock Nation, all of that stuff. Him and that good. He realized that his brand can go further without the connection to Dame, so he asked to be bought out. Instead of Dame leaving with him, he stayed with a failing clothing line. Now Dame said he left me out high and dry. Well, I mean, he knew when to fold him. So, I mean, hey, the man made good business decisions that benefited himself all along the way.
He ain't think for himself.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I say. Well, I have been listening to so many people now during the whole election and all these black folks that come out and they talk about money. We all know money. We all know about money. We all want the wealth. We want the income. We want all of that. But my question is this: where is your integrity? Don't you supposed to have some kind of integrity at some point, right? And how you move. You cannot just always operate in the black, in the dark, behind it. You can't always do that. And I understand business. Trust me, I understand business. It can be nasty, but you have to have some integrity about yourself and how you move. You can't. Now, like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs about Oprah Winfrey and about how she did herself, but I based on how I have seen some of the stuff the woman has done, she has moved with integrity in things that she has done. I've never heard of people say negative things or backlash about Oprah's investments, how she left this one down and so on. I've never heard anything like that. When I started hearing stuff about people and you've done this and that one and so on, this and so on, I don't want to be a part of you. So I'm not going to always be, because I can make more money over here, I'm not going to sell my soul because I can go over here and make a dime or a dollar. I have issues with that. Like with the whole Ice Cube BS about, capital this and capital that. Shut up! Because you're ignorant. You can't even speak. You can't even string together a sentence that makes sense that people can even understand. So no, you got lucky being a rapper. Then you learned the movie business, and you made some movies. Okay, but let's not pretend that you're this great intelligent businessman. Because if you were, you would have started in your own backyard. Where you came from, putting it back into your own community. You haven't done that. So don't come to me talking as if you're this world's great businessman and I want to help all black people, because I think you're full of nonsense. I think Jay-Z is nonsense. I think Cube is nonsense. All of that. I think 50, all that's not nonsense. I'm not going to sell my soul for a dime or a dollar to anybody. I don't care how much money I want to have. Because if I know me and I know how I move, I'm going to move move with integrity so that I don't have to worry about people saying I did this, and this. Even though, let's be honest, I ain't always been perfect and been no saint either. But I understand where I am at this point in my life, and I'm gonna move in the right way. You can't say, well, he did this to get so and so, and you left so and so behind. So that's supposed to be okay. Because you were smart enough to maybe say, oh, I'm gonna move away from him. So really, you don't think about, you just whatever I want, I just go at it. Whatever I feel at this moment, I just do it. So whatever feels good to me, I just do it. And you don't think about that stuff. That's the issue that I have with all of this about the whole money thing.
Well, first of all, what we gotta understand is the way capitalism is designed, integrity is not a part of one of the fundamental tenets of capitalism. It's not. I mean, now
we know it's not based on this country's history, based on the segregation, based on racism. We understand that. I get that.
Now you bring up Oprah Winfrey. The difference between Oprah Winfrey and any other individual like Jay-Z is that going into doing business with Oprah, it's already about Oprah. That's written on the wall. Mm-hmm. It's not like we're entering an agreement where it's mutual. At the end of the day, the one that's going to benefit from this is Oprah. When Oprah was removed as a journalist in Chicago because of her weight and her look, and got her job and got things started. When she got on daytime television and got the show, her whole purpose was to make the show under her control.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
It was all about her being in control.
I agree with that.
Nobody else but her being in control, and that's how she ascended it to make the money that she made. Then when she formed the magazine and even bought the network, she named it after herself. And the only person in the history of the magazine that has been on the cover is herself. So when you want to deal with the individual nature, now people have benefited that work for her, yes, but you're not in partnership with her.
And I get
it was in partnership,
right? But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you're making valid points, and you said it was all about Oprah, because I to a certain degree, I am the same way. When you're talking about my brand, yes, we understand that it's about me and what I'm doing. We get all that. But at one point, if I established a partnership, when I first started, I did have a partner. Let's be clear. I said, but when it was clear to me that we weren't going to be on the same page, then we had to part ways. But did I part ways in a negative way? No, I did not. It was still with respect. It was still, and I didn't betray somebody. I didn't tell you one thing to your face and turn around and make a behind the back move. But if I'm gonna tell you something I'm not going to do, I'm gonna be a woman enough to tell you to your face, I don't agree with this, X, Y, and Z. So we can dissolve so and so. My issue with Jay-Z is that it has been notated, it's been documented that Jay-Z does behind the back sneaky moves. I don't like a snake. Because a snake will kill you. So if you're going to screw me over, I'd rather you tell me to my face than go behind my back. Tell me to my face, I don't want to be in business with you. Do that. That's where the integrity part comes in. But when you're going behind my back and doing stuff and things that I don't know and telling one thing, I can't roll with you like that. That's not okay for me. And then I can't chalk it all up and say it's business. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Okay, so here we have a generation of young girls who are watching these public figures like a Jay-Z and how they deal and handle with their wife. I mean, one that our society reveals as a very beautiful, intelligent, talented woman in her own right, and she has a man like Jay-Z that has not been always faithful.
Oh, Lord.
Goes to my point.
Oh, Lord.
Another woman who's self-sufficient, but she's in the public eye. She has a past as well, but she has made a living and a life for herself. This woman is known as Cardi B. And she's got a guy.
I was just going to say Cardi B.
know who has not treated her in the most upright respect.
Well, she knew he was a hoe when she married
But
him.
again, conclude that chivalry is dead. I mean, go to Meg